Everybody wanted to be the big movie star. But then you realize, like, well, these people are
Joe Rogan has said the quiet part out loud about what Hollywood's reaction to Will Smith's slap at the Oscars really exposes about the industry.
Just went to a place that he couldn't get out of.
In everybody's mind, when you see Will Smith, oh, he slapped Chris Rock.
That was a horrific night.
To you?
For me, yeah. I made
all the real ones
Mm-hmm.
who understood,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stand up for my wife, whether I'm right or wrong in any place.
Because I think Will Smith's sinking career is now taking Hollywood's elite down with him. Subscribe to Elites Exposed for more and take a look at this.
He did a live special, too.
His live special was, I loved it.
Yeah, and it was also like the build-up because of getting slapped by Will Smith and all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the best thing that ever happened to him. Because then he became like wild again. Like his stand-up was like outrageous. Like it was like the Rock of old.
That night was like watching it. It was like, what? It's a live event? Holy, what the? And he was a badass, and I think he had some white on it. Waiting for him to talk about it.
Yeah.
And he got to it, and he got it.
Well, he didn't talk about it for a while.
Yeah,
on
right.
stage, like he would tell people, if you think I'm going to talk about it, I'm
right.
not.
Yeah.
He wanted to be ready, and he wanted to really think about what he was going to say and how to say it.
That's because of where we are in life, where anything you say is on the internet the next day. So it's like, gotta be careful, not bullish.
Also,
say
they
it
were
right.
doing the bits.
Yes.
People would just tell the bits. And
Yes.
It wasn't even ready yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And frankly, that's the best revenge that Chris Rock could have asked for after that slap. He let that moment sit in people's minds for a whole year, marinating and simmering as millions of people anticipated what Chris Rock was going to say when he finally did. And then he let it all out with a bombshell Netflix special clowning on Will's entire life while making $40 million in the process.
Because everybody knows what the happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements. I did not have any entanglement. And then for people that don't know, and everybody know, his wife was her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this, but for some reason, these put that on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. What the? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television.
And you know what? I think if you were to chart out Will Smith and Chris Rock's career arcs on a graph, that slap would be the intersection where Chris's career took off, while Will Smith's entire legacy nosedived into becoming the greatest punching bag for the world of comedy.
We know this is a special night for you. We want you to have fun. We want you to feel safe. And most importantly, we want me to feel safe. So we have strict policies in place. If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute long speech.
Pay your taxes. Mind your business. And keep Will Smith's wife's name out your mouth!
And if you think about it, the real mask-off moment was when Will Smith was not only allowed 6 whole minutes for a teary-eyed speech, but the absolute disregard for Chris Rock, who had just been humiliated and assaulted on stage. Because yes, since there was no immediate replacement for Chris, he had to stand there and finish his bit. And those were probably the longest few minutes of his life. I mean, forget security tackling Will Smith or escorting him out afterwards. I don't even remember seeing a single person come up to Chris Rock to check up on him like several people did for Will Smith, including Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry, and Bradley Cooper. And that must have been a very lonely moment for Chris Rock indeed, revealing just how cold the industry elites can be to you at exactly the moment when they need to stand by you on the most black and white issue ever.
Because if you have a life-changing event like getting slapped at the Oscars in this most preposterous scenario, the whole thing was preposterous.
Yeah.
I think for him it was also a wake-up call, like, hey, these motherfuckers don't really care about me. You know, this
in that
is-
moment, yeah.
They didn't protect me. Nobody stopped it. He went back and sat down, and then he got an award afterwards. He got a
Yeah.
standing ovation.
It
What the
was-
is
whole
going on
thing
here?
was weird.
Yeah, because you always want to be that guy who's hosting the Oscars and who's starring in the big movies, and that's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted to be the big movie star. But then you realize, like, well, these people are, you know, like, what did you do? How did you set this up? How come nobody tackled him?
That
like,
was
how?
a weird moment.
Oh,
Live
the weirdest.
moment.
It was like a guy just showing his ass. Like, you just pulled your pants down, showed the world your ass. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
He probably wakes up in the middle of the night going, why did I do
The
that?
whole thing sucks.
Oh, beyond. It was almost like a guy who doesn't know how normal people act, thinking, this is what you're supposed to do, go smack that guy.
Just went to a place that you couldn't get out of, and started it.
And still there. He's still there. In everybody's mind, when you see Will Smith, oh, he slapped Chris Rock. That's like, I mean, not I Am Legend, not Muhammad Ali, not insanely good movies. The guy's an incredible actor.
Absolutely,
He's been in so many banger movies.
Yeah.
He's a blockbuster
Yeah,
movie star.
yeah.
And people see him, they go, oh, he slapped Chris Rock. Fuck that guy.
Fucking sucks. God damn it.
Terrible.
Now, of course, I'm not at all buying this cover for Will Smith that he was genuinely incensed at that mild off-the-cuff joke by Chris Rock, because that's not it. Truth is, Will Smith is the classic case of a man that has spent decades of his life not standing up and being the man when he needed to be, and then trying to prove his masculinity to the world in one very embarrassing public miscalculation. He hadn't been a man when his wife cheated on him. He hadn't been a man in that red table talk as he was paraded like a fool by Jada. He hadn't been a man when he couldn't raise his own son to be a man. And of course, he couldn't even be man enough to offer a genuine apology, which is clear by how Will was rubbing that moment in Chris Rock's face with this so-called rap.
And I am too grown to play childish games. But if you talking crazy out your face up on the stage and disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage. Expect me on the stage.
And of course, while Chris Rock had been more of a man in that one moment than Will Smith's entire career, I can't believe Will still has the gall to make it about himself.
That was a horrific night. That was a horrific night.
To you.
For me, yeah. I made
all the
it.
real ones who understood, I'm going to stand up for my wife, whether I'm right or wrong in any place. So I understood that. I don't care what you say. Nobody can make me think that anything you did was wrong.
Let me tell you one of the words, because I was right there. And I get home, and my nephew, 9 years old, his name is Dom. And he is the sweetest kid in the world, you know. And my sister lived with me. And I'm sitting, we got these bean bags in the kitchen. I'm sitting in the kitchen, he's sitting between my legs. And he's holding the Oscar.
Why you did that?
And it's like, you know, I got this. And it was, I got one. And it was like, see, I knew y'all was gonna have it, right?
All good.
You can't explain it to him. He stayed up late.
Right, waiting for you.
Waited for Uncle Will, you know, and it was like, you know, I can do all the justifications forever.
Right. He won't understand it.
He can't, you know.
It's almost like Will Smith can't stop clowning himself along with anyone dumb enough to stake his name with him. But no matter what happens, Will Smith's slap has finally broken the Hollywood illusion. And it's a moment that's engraved in history for when the industry's